Welcome to The Dead Life. Here's world-renowned medium, Alison Dubois.
Welcome to The Dead Life. I'm Alison Dubois. The movie Eternity just came out. I'm so excited to see it. Now, obviously, I'm going to go with Sophia to see it because we're movie buddies.
Yes.
The story centers around a woman who lost her first love, her husband, when she was young. She married again, and after she died, she had to choose who to spend eternity with. The movie stars Miles Teller, Callum Turner, and Elizabeth Olsen.
It's good cast.
So one of my callers has a question about who we spend forever with. I'll answer that burning question today. If you have an inspirational story, call me at 802-332-3811, especially if it's holiday in tone, because I'd really love to share some holiday stories of our connections with the other side and signs that we get from our loved ones. So 802-332-3811. Check out my podcast on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Medium Allison or on my Facebook fan page. With the holidays upon us, make gift giving easy with Divination 22 Vodka. Give the gift of clarity and purpose with my intention setting money potion or love potion. You can find Divination 22 Vodka at bigthirst.com or at One Handsome Bastard in Old Town Scottsdale. I'm coming to Australia in 2026 for my live events in Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne, Adelaide, and Perth. Go to tickettailor.com/events/Alison Dubois for ticket information. Are you excited that we're going to go to Australia for a whole month?
Yes. Also, if that's too much to remember, just go to AlisonDubois.com and we also sell the tickets there. That might be easier. Yes.
Okay.
Did you not know that?
No, Dad doesn't tell me anything.
Yeah. No, it's on AlisonDubois.com.
Okay. All right. So AlisonDubois.com for ticket information, or you can go right to the source either way.
I'm excited. Australia, here we come.
A whole month.
I know, my first time being an adult going.
Yeah, the last time you were there, though, you had a great time.
Okay, I was 12. So I got lucky, though, because my friend was also there on vacation with her dad. So that
Life's so rough.
It's so hard.
Oh, boo.
Guys, I had a really hard upbringing.
my
Just
God.
kidding. No, but for real, Australia.
Yeah.
Here I come.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I haven't been back for a while, and so to go back with you and Dad, this is going to be amazing because I'm sure things have changed since I was last there. I think it's been like 7 years since I
probably
went back.
It's gonna be cool. So we're going right after Mother's Day because we wanted to spend it here because Fallon, my sister, just had her first baby, so it's her first Mother's Day too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wait. And then we'll leave right after and then have Father's Day there, though. So sorry, Kyle, that we'll be missing that.
We'll celebrate Mother's and Father's Day on
we'll do it
Mother's
together.
Day.
And then back the week before my birthday.
I know.
So there's like a lot going on. Yeah.
Well,
27.
Stop.
I know. Oh my God, I'm going to be the age you were when you had me. And I'm single. And I'm the third kid.
Everybody has a different story. It's okay. He'll be worth waiting for.
I'm so excited. We'll have to play these back at my wedding, huh?
I think you'll just be two in the moment. It's going to be a glorious wedding, though. I
know. Well, no, I'm not putting this together. Someone else will put it together.
I'll hire somebody.
Oh, good.
It'll be fine. It's not my strength.
But yes, Eternity, super excited. I kind of wish we went to like a premiere or something, but that's okay. I feel like that's
what's up with that?
I don't know. You're like,
hey, Harkins, how did you not like ring up your girl here? If anybody knows this realm, it's me.
They
also, call me for Barbie, but not for this.
I know. So the thing is, you guys don't know this. She was not paid to sponsor this at all. She just genuinely is connecting the dots of a caller of ours has a very similar question to the plot. And we're excited. We are so excited for this movie. So no, this was not paid.
No.
We'll give you our thoughts after we watch it on Wednesday.
And they don't make as many good movies as they used to. We're not saying that to bash these times. We're saying it because it's a fact.
Yep.
So this movie coming out, going to a, ethereal place that people in my industry of what we do, my profession, we already know and see.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see it laid out in film. So I'm excited. Plus, Miles Teller's great.
Yeah, Top Gun too.
So he'll
He
be
was
great. I don't know Elizabeth Olsen. Do you?
She's
She one of the Olsen twins?
Yeah, she's their sister.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's their sister.
She's their sister.
No
okay,
kidding.
Wait. I'm almost paused. No, she's their sister. Yeah.
That's so
and then
funny.
I think it's pronounced Callum.
I think it's Callum.
Yeah, it's definitely not Callum. I think it is Callum.
Callum Turner.
I forget what else he's been in, but anyway, super good looking. So she has a tough decision here because one of which it was short lived. And then the other one was after her love of her life, but it was for like 56 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like seeing that first love again for the first time. You're like, oh my God, what do I do?
So
poor Miles Teller.
I thought that this would, and we know how some of us want it to end. There, people will probably differ on how they think it should unfold.
say both.
Well, she'd be a lucky girl there.
Yeah. I say just do both.
So that'll be interesting. We'll go see it. We'll report back.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's go with our first caller.
Okay.
Hi, Allison. My name is Lori, and I have a scenario that I hope you can help me with. If a couple are happily married for years and then one of them passes, over time, the remaining partner finds love again. When they too pass, are the original couple reconnected or the second? Thanks very much.
Okay.
Bye.
This is Lori.
Yeah, it is a good question too.
Okay.
Lori, yeah.
So, I get asked this more frequently than people think because I have a lot of clients who've been married 4 times and have like
And they're
4
like, which is
husbands on the other side. So my answer to this is you go back to the person that you have unfinished business with. So if I was writing this movie, I would say she'd go back to the guy that was military, I believe.
He died in the war.
He died in the war. Mm-hmm. They have unfinished business, a life that they never got to see unfold, a traumatic young loss. And that's how that would work. Now, I have seen it where women married the first one and he was sort of a trial run and it didn't work out. And then they meet the second husband because they're older. They know what they're looking for. And the second husband ends up being the love of their life. So it really just depends on where your heart is.
Mm-hmm.
And some people meet the love of their life in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and they didn't get to have that family with them. So they can go back to a younger age because I bring them through all the time. And they'll go back to an age and I'll say, did your husband always say he wished he'd met you at that age? Mm-hmm. And the wife will say, yes, he always said he wished we could go back to our 20s and be together.
Yeah.
So we could have kids together. So on the other side, if you want sort of to see what your life would have looked like together had it been able to unfold at that age, you can go into that realm as well. So,
well, because that's the thing too. Because even in that, like, I've only seen the trailer, obviously, of this movie. But there was a part where they were talking. And she's like, "You're so perfect. Stop being perfect." To the first husband, and he goes, "Okay, I'll be honest with you. Every time you talk about your children and your life with this man, I hate it. I hate it because that's what we were supposed to do that."
Yeah.
And so it's like, you're right. That's unfinished business.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you want to see what that life would be together?
Yeah.
Because she did. But then again, the other husband, is he just alone?
Well,
You know, because
here's the thing. So say she chooses to go back to the first husband because they have unfinished business. In the second husband's versions of heaven, it would be the life that he lived with her as though it was happening for the first time. So I wouldn't say he's necessarily alone. He can fall into the life they had with her as she was then.
Okay.
Do you know what
So you think it's a little different, obviously, than they're portraying on screen. It's like, it's not just black and white. It's like your own version of heaven. So it's up to you,
right,
of what you're going to experience.
Yes.
Okay.
So he could still live in that happy place because he did get that life and the other husband did not get that life. So this is going to be complicated.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see that movie with you. You said the day before Thanksgiving is when it comes out. But by the time this airs, it will already be out.
For like a week. Yeah.
So go see it. We definitely will report back on that. But I mean, this is a valid question. And we're here for different reasons. Like we choose lifetimes for career for some women because they were last alive in the 1930s and 40s where they couldn't have a job. They couldn't have security and freedom without being with a man. So they want to come back for another round to experience what that feels like and to create something or become who they needed to be and always knew they were.
Yeah.
So then you jump into that life. Some people wonder why everyone doesn't fall in love in this lifetime. That's not everyone's path. Some people are here for the relationship, perhaps even recycled with a partner that you met in your 50s or 60s that you wanted that life with in your 20s. They can slip back in if they want to. They'll just be different people, but their soul's got that intention and purpose, and they'll feel familiar to one another. So,
well, it does make sense you say that because some people do not want children, right? That's probably been fulfilled in maybe a past life where it didn't go how they maybe wanted.
Yeah.
And so they're like, you know what? This is about me this life. I'm going to do every experience I want.
I think sometimes they had 6 or 7 kids in a past life and they came into this one. They're like, I want dogs.
Yeah. I'm good.
I don't want to be needed all the time.
Yeah.
That bucket for them's been filled in a past life. So they don't need that. I'm interested with people who are sort of void or emotionally vacant, that you see out there that fill their lives with things that actually don't matter and have no purpose. I often wonder why they're here. I think they must not have been here before because they're
so lost.
They seem lost. They seem almost stunted by being here. They have no instinct of what matters. It's interesting.
Well, it's interesting because people will say, okay, you come back into this life. Well, why did this happen? Don't you think that some of it has to do with environmental factors too, not just past life? Because if someone asked you, okay, well then tell me why homeless people become homeless. It's like, well, yeah, some people are dealt a bad card.
Right.
They did, if
they have brain damage or, whether it's from drugs or just straight up brain damage that they got another way or were born neurologically challenged.
Yeah.
That they can end up that way and they amplify their other senses.
Okay.
When they're not using their mental capacity. And that's why they can be hyper emotional when you deal with people who don't intellectualize life. They don't take it in on an intellectual level. The key is to find a balance between your mental clarity, your physical, your emotional, and like bring it all together.
Well, and it sucks because people have, including myself and you, right? So many questions that we just don't fully have the answer to. Like, well, maybe you could even dabble on this, but still we don't fully know. Like serial killers. Okay, why'd they come back into this lifetime if they have such a bad presence? But it has to do with so many other factors.
Tom and I have talked about this astrologically. We did an episode on
like
serial killers
Bundy, right?
charts, right?
Okay, yeah.
And Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
And I found it fascinating. So his take is they come into this life with a predisposition to want to destroy. Because serial killers like to destroy. It doesn't emotionally affect them. They actually get off on it. Like they feel more alive because they're taking something from someone else. Like they're absorbing you into themselves.
Do you think that's like a past life they also were that selfish and dark and horrible?
I guess that what Tom was saying is the key is they're being challenged to not act on that killer instinct. They're being challenged to override it and to become something better, something more through the work it takes to get there, and stop hunting. And so a lot of what they're doing, even though they're predisposed to it, they did not accept the challenge. They gave in to the primal instinct and need to destroy and to take lives, and they do not evolve. And so on the other side, like energy gravitates to like energy. They're around other people like them, but in their hell, there's no victims.
Yeah.
They don't get to replay it in their mind and energy as though it's happening for the first time, which is something that the good seem to be able to do. It's interesting.
Well, because I know you told me that, sorry, this just took a turn of serial killers and astrology. No, it's totally my fault. But the thing is, because I just learned this last Sunday with you and Tom and stuff, we looked at how many degrees you're far into like your signs and stuff, right? You're more evolved the further you are,
sign, right?
But and Dad even said this. He was like, God, I hope this is my last life. I've probably come back a ton of times, and I'm doing everything I want to do.
Right.
And he looked at my chart to see how far I was, and he's like, you're like in the middle. Like you've been here before, but you're not an old soul. Like you have some other lives too. Those people, I hope it's their last life, please do not come back. I hope they're done.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I don't have all the answers. I can only answer as to what I've witnessed, what I know to be true.
It's just so fascinating.
It's interesting because my sun sign is a low degree, but my moon sign's 29 degrees, which means I'm done. So
it's your moon, right?
Yeah.
That determines
your moon is, you want to look and see how late in the degrees, and there's only goes up to 29 degrees. Yeah. So I'm as evolved emotionally as I can be, which I think is why I see through people's bullshit.
And you have really good boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Because I think I'm like 14 degrees or something. So I'm literally in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's,
You're lovely energy, though.
Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. I'm wired to explain to you about serial killers and astrology. You lucky kid. All right, let's go on to Laura then.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, Allison. This is Laura. I want to let you know I just love your podcast, love your shows. I've learned so much from you. Several mediums have told me that I have psychic ability, but I don't really use it. But I have been having a lot of dreams. My ex-husband passed away, and he's been coming in my dreams lately. So I would like to know what does that mean, and how should I interpret my dreams? Thank you.
So, ex-husband passed away. He started appearing in Laura's dreams. He must need to reconnect with her. That can mean that somebody connected to her and her ex-husband is going to pass. Sometimes it's a warning and they're trying to give you a heads up. He may have an apology to make to her where he's trying to come through and say, I'm sorry I screwed that up. I'm sorry I let my ego get in the way. I'm just spitballing here because I have very little information. So they come through for different reasons, but we all assume it's always a warning. Like it's always, our heads always go to that dark place. Must be bad. It's like, maybe he just wants you to know that you matter to him.
Well, and that he's there.
Right. So Laura, my sense is your ex-husband has regrets around his relationship with you. And he's letting you know that you did matter to him, aside from hurtful words and the divorce itself. There's a dream expert named Teresa Chung that I had on the show. If you want more of a personalized dream interpretation, I'd look up Teresa Chung and let her do that for you. But in my experience as a medium, when they come through, they usually need to say something to you, and it usually has more to do with either there's an apology that needs to be made, like a meeting of the minds, kind of a squashing of the beef that was between you, or they're letting you know they're okay.
Yeah, I think especially since she says that she does have some sort of abilities.
Yeah,
I would just follow your intuition of what you think he was trying to say, because it's probably what it was, right?
Yeah, but that's where people get a little off base. And I noticed this even with mediums in the laboratory when I was being studied. They will weave in their own fears and their own doubts and their own information, or they try and they're revisionists, and they try and tailor it to what they need it to be. Or, you have to be able to separate yourself out and become a filter.
I would say which I get, I think once you're actually awake after the dream happened, that's when your brain starts running 1,000,000 miles an hour and you're like, oh, maybe it means this. But what you felt in the dream, what was that? Because that's probably what he wanted to say.
And knowing that he'll come through, I would put up a picture of him when they were happy and I'd just say, I'd love to have a visit tonight. And I'd put a journal on my nightstand and a pencil. And when I woke up, I'd write down everything that we said. But I've gone into dreams with the intention of fixing something in the dream. So you can actually go to sleep with the intention to have a conversation with that person.
Could you imagine, okay, this is just me. Could you imagine she's remarried and she pulls out a picture of her ex-husband and puts it on her No.
Happens all the time.
I would be like, you're done. If I were the husband, I'd be like, absolutely not.
It happens all the time.
I'm not still in competition with this man.
I cannot even tell you. I have brought through so many lost loves for women who are married.
Really?
I do it all the time. The one they didn't get over. It's a thing.
That's so sad to me because as much as we do say, you have other lives, you don't really remember the last. So it's this is your one life to do something about it.
Some people are just afraid to be alone. And so that partner later in life becomes somebody you chose out of fear or panic.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of get it if you're 35 plus and you want kids. You know what I mean?
But it's with people just don't want to be alone. They get so deathly afraid of dying by themselves that they'll settle. I see it all the time. So not everybody, and for some people, that's enough. They're happy, they're content with somebody to have dinner with and have light conversation. And that's fine. I'm not judging that.
Totally.
I'm just saying people have different motives when it comes to why they get married in their relationships. So I read a lot of the women. They sometimes marry for safety. Sometimes it's stability. Or they married somebody at 28 because they wanted to have kids. I get this a lot where they're on the same page as the guy and they're both ready to get married and both ready to have kids, but then realize they didn't really love each other when they're down the road.
Yeah.
But then they don't want to break it up financially or affect the kids.
Yeah.
So they just settle.
Yeah.
And they want to hear from that person who made them feel alive that died.
See, that could never be me because my standards, I know the feeling and so I want it.
Yeah.
There's no way that I'm going to get married unless they are my person.
Yeah.
Seriously. Well, you know this, but this is because I'm a romantic, full blown romantic.
Double water sign, Cancer, Moon, and Pisces.
Yeah.
All the astrologers are enough said, girl.
Enough
we
said.
Understand. All right, let's go on to the next call. Are we going to go with Jane or Anita? Jane, you got to cut off at 52 seconds.
Okay, this is you listened to them both before. I have not heard these. Okay. So what do you think? The Australian or the other one?
Let's do Anita.
Okay. Our Aussie. Okay.
Hi, Alison. My name is Anita. Now, I've lost a friend who is actually a support worker, and I can't get in contact with her anymore, but I keep having nightmares in regards to her. I'm just wondering whether you can help me. Thank you.
I hope I'm interpreting this right. So she lost a friend.
Yes.
They've passed, and she used to dream about them, but hasn't been able to get in contact with her. anymore?
I can't tell. It was very brief. Okay, because I have the transcription on here. It says, "Hi, Allison. My name's Nita." Okay, so it says she was a support worker. I don't know what that is. And then she can't get in contact with her anymore. So I do think that she at one point was getting good dreams about her or signs, but now she's having nightmares about her.
So, yeah. My sense is, and Anita, I'd be interested to know how you feel about this. Anita might have some abandonment issues or issues with people leaving. And so this is something she's trying to work out in a dream where she has some worry and fear involved around her friend and worrying about how she is, if she's okay, whatever the case. Again, very little information on this. But since we were talking about dreams, I figured this would be a good one to touch on. So if this is somebody who's alive that she lost connection with, it wouldn't mean as much to be having nightmares about that person, because why would they be in jeopardy, for you to have the nightmares? So it has to be somebody past.
I think well, also, why would she call into you if they were alive? Does that make sense? I mean, maybe to just get your input, but I think they're probably past, like the other side.
To me, this feels like this is some of Anita's own emotional baggage getting pulled into the dream state.
Well, because with dreams, they're so powerful because it is when your brain has time to actually process everything that you've been, thinking about the whole day and stuff. You're stressed for sure. If you're having nightmares, you're probably, worried about her and you haven't gotten in contact in a while or seen signs. So that makes you worry as well.
I find this is one of those cases where prayer actually goes a long way.
Yeah.
And being able to
ease her mind a little.
Yeah. Anita, if you've lost a mother, grandmother, father, whoever that you trust and love on the other side, talk to them in prayer and just say you need them to help calm you while you sleep, or make it clear why you're having this nightmare in regards to your friend. Again, Teresa Chung is a great dream interpreter. So because some people are calling in with very little information, I'm saying look her up.
Maybe go to her.
Make an appointment with her. She can help you work out some of those details in your nightmare, like what's around you, who's in the room, is it day or night? I mean, there's so many factors that they look at.
It also does help to just tell someone your dream, even like another friend or family member. I always call you when I have a dream or nightmare, especially if it's vivid. Like I remember each little detail. I'll tell her and then we'll kind of go through it of what it might mean. And then it usually clicks because you're like, oh, I forgot. You're right. I did just do that presentation and I was worried. Or you know what I mean? Like it helps to bounce it off of someone.
It does.
So maybe do that.
So you got to work out the dream in your own head. Next time you go to sleep and you are in an off place or you're just feeling kind of not yourself, maybe a little bad before you go to bed, talk to your loved ones who passed and say, please block any mischievous or negative entities from coming near me. And then also tell them to watch over your dream state so that you could try to find some balance to avoid the nightmares. But I would also ask them for clear messages so that you can bring resolution to having those nightmares, because nobody likes nightmares. No. It's not a good thing.
When you wake up and you're sweating because you're so scared.
Wait till you have kids.
Oh,
so
scary.
But
I've had dreams of you or dad dying. And you wake up like crying.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you were very upset.
No, even talking to you on the phone, telling you about it, I was choked up because I was going to cry just thinking about it. It's horrible.
No, it feels so real. And it's only because we love each other so much. Yeah. You couldn't feel such loss if you didn't love so deeply. And so Anita's friend must be very important to her, very special, that she's actually having a nightmare about her being in jeopardy or, something bad happening to her or losing the friend.
I think she just loves her a lot. Yeah.
So get that sorted out. Maybe call back and clarify on that. Sophia, thank you for your wisdom.
Thank you for having me.
Tune in next week for a fresh episode of The Dead Life. I'm Allison Dubois. This is The Dead Life. And to all of my believers out there, don't stop believing.
Join us next week on The Dead Life. And don't forget to subscribe now to get notified of every new episode.